Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and this one is going to be really interesting as I am gonna show you guys how you can make your very own marching army in Minecraft using the custom NPC mod. Now first things first, I am making this video in 1.7.10 version of Minecraft, and here are the versions of the custom NPC and the Wix Modern Warfare mod that I am using, and my game hasn't crashed even once. So yeah, for people who wanted to know the version of the mod that I was using, here it is. Now you can build this army in any other version of Minecraft which basically has the custom NPC mod. That is the only requirement out there. So yeah, without any further ado guys, let's get straight into it. So the things you need in order to make your own marching army are the following. You need an NPC wand, a mob cloner, and an NPC pether, all three of them from custom NPC mod. You also need a gun, and finally it would really help if you have the world edit mod installed. Once you have all of these things, take your NPC wand and right click anywhere on the ground, and that will spawn an NPC. Now we get to edit him. So right click on the NPC and first hide its name from above its head. Then select any texture that you want. I'm gonna go with a military texture, and in this case we are gonna go with the camo Steve one as it looks pretty cool. So once you have selected the texture, click on back and close this section. There, our base NPC is ready to be built upon. So now you can leave this display and the stats section as they are. You don't need to edit them anymore as this army is only gonna be marching. It is not gonna be attacking. So directly come to the AI section, and in the AI section we are gonna edit the movement of the NPC. So click on edit and set the moving type to moving path. Now once you have done that, come down to pauses option and select it as no. Stop on interact no and change the walk speed to something like 4, or you can even leave it at 5. Now come to the inventory section, and here we are gonna give our NPC a gun to hold on to. There. So now our NPC has a gun, and now we are gonna edit him even further by selecting a job for him as a puppet. Now we need to select the puppet because the puppet can be manipulated and controlled in the best manner possible. So once you have selected puppet, click on edit, and here this is the NPC that we are gonna be working with. Now as you can see, there are a lot of options to control every aspect of this puppet. So first things first, select the while walking as yes, while attacking yes. Now come straight down to his legs, and we are gonna change his legs and we are gonna disable both of them. We need to do this in order for him to walk properly. So make sure both the legs are disabled. Now come to his right arm and we wanna make him look like he's holding the gun. So for the X option, select something like 83, 86%, 83% looks really good. Then come to the Y and bring it down to something like 50%. There. And here. As for the Z, bring it up to like 662%. There, this looks good. Now come to the left arm and we are going to configure it by X to something like 124%, and we are going to bring Y to 230%. There, this looks pretty good. Leave the Z as it is. So now that our NPC looks like it's holding a gun, we can just close this edit button and yeah, completely close it. Our base NPC is complete. Take your mob cloner, right click on him, and you can save this NPC however you want to. I'm just gonna name him Savage. So once you name your NPC clone, click on save. There. Now delete this NPC as we are gonna spawn multiple of him, and yeah, we are gonna make him march. But before we do that, make sure that you freeze all the NPCs by using your NPC font. And once you freeze all the NPCs, mark spots on the ground on which the NPCs are gonna march. So as you can see, I have marked 6 spots using the wooden planks, and now I'm gonna mark 6 more spots 10 blocks ahead. So 5, and finally the 6th one. There. So this is the path on which our NPCs are gonna march. But before spawning them, as I told you, make sure that you freeze them like this. So now once you do spawn these NPCs, they are not gonna go anywhere, or they are not gonna move. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, and finally the sixth one. There we go. Now that we have 6 NPCs lined up, it's now time to use the NPC Pether. So the way you do it is pretty simple. You first click on the NPC, then you click on the block that he's standing on, which marks the first position, and then you basically click on the second position that he needs to go. So let's do this again. Click on the NPC, click on the block that he's standing on, and then click on the block that he needs to go to. Now you don't need to necessarily click on the block he's standing on, but it is for the safe side, as sometimes I have seen that it malfunctions. So yeah, just do that for all the other NPCs. And finally the last one. There, and here we go. So once you have marked all the starting and the ending positions, the NPCs are ready to march. So take your NPC wand and click on unfreeze NPC. And as you can see, they have already broken formation. In order to fix this, click reset all. And third time's the charm. There we go. As you can see, the NPCs are marching in a perfect line, and they look beautiful doing that. Look at them go. So yeah, these are the basics of how you make NPCs march in custom NPC mode. Now of course you can have a lot more NPCs, and the more you have, the more they are gonna break formation. Also, one another thing, this is how you basically reset all the NPCs to their starting position. You freeze the NPCs, you click reset all, and then you keep on clicking reset all until they come back to their initial position. But make sure that they are frozen, otherwise they will keep on moving, and it will get pretty annoying really quickly. So yeah guys, these were the basics. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spawn 12 more NPCs, so that there are a total of 18 NPCs in 3 lines, and we are gonna make them march. Now I'm not gonna skip over this process, instead I'm just gonna fast forward it so that you can see how much manual labor it goes into making a big army perform Hell March in Minecraft. So let's spawn in the third line. There we go. Now one important thing to remember in this scenario is that the NPCs which are in the absolute back of the line, when they turn, they are gonna be in the front. So make sure that you don't mess up the positions. The middle NPCs, they are gonna be in the middle. The front ones, they are gonna go back when they turn around, and the back ones, they are gonna come to the front when they turn around. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, just don't mess up the positions, otherwise it is gonna get really messy and you will have to do this all over again, and that won't be enjoyable, I can promise you that. So here goes the last fourth, fifth, and the final NPC. So now once that you are done setting the position for each and every individual NPC, just make sure and double check that you have indeed set the position for all of them. Otherwise it is really easy for these many NPCs to break formation. Once you are sure, take your NPC wand, right click and click on unfreeze NPCs. Click on reset all, and third time's the charm. There we go. Now as you can see, all 18 of them are walking in perfect formation, and they look absolutely beautiful while doing that. Now this is why I told you that world edit can be helpful. All the points that you set on the ground like this, you can easily remove them by using world edit. So click replace, and there we go. So now the NPCs are performing, or basically they are marching in a perfect formation. In case they happen to break the formation, you know the drill. Click on reset all, and if by clicking multiple times they are not coming back in formation, there is something else that you can do, which is click on freeze NPCs and then reset all. Now what this will do is basically, as you can see, I have frozen and I have clicked on reset all. If you do that like a few more times, then yeah, all the NPCs are back to their initial positions, and now click on unfreeze, and there they are back in perfect formation. So yeah, this is how you reset NPCs when the formation looks completely broken, and even by clicking on reset multiple times isn't fixing it. So yeah guys, that was all I had for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, don't forget to smash that like button, and also Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Peace out guys. Stay safe.